In a middle school full of bullies, insane teachers, and gross school lunches. Ned Bigby, that's me, and my two best friends tried to do the impossible. Create a guide that will help you survive school.
Coming up, looking out, I'll survive, no doubt. Never fear, bring it on, break down what's in my way. I'm finding my place in this world.
Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide. Your results may vary.
Here in the halls of Kunskapsskolan Spånga, students and teachers work tirelessly from 9 in the morning to 3 in the afternoon in order to create a comfortable atmosphere, fitting for both students and teachers alike.
The school's 3 floors are divided into several areas where the students are supposed to spend their time working.
Here, on the 2nd floor, we have the Natural and Social Sciences area. This area is only for the most hard-working of students who are dedicated to succeeding in their crafts.
The poor teachers who have to work in this area are a ruthless bunch with no remorse or pity. In their time they have insulted many students with no good reason, or sometimes very good reason. And for this they have earned the name, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Björn is one of the natural science teachers, as well as the much-needed caretaker of the class 9-4. Björn, what do you think of your class 9-4?
Skitskallar.
A quick tip regarding Björn is that he has a secret group of genetically superior super A-barn called Chemistry on Steroids. COS group, the schoolwork is so minuscule you think it was AS idea. And the only thing you have to do to get in is lick Björn's ass. An irresistible deal surely.
But if the alcoholic Leif GW Persson lookalike isn't what you're looking for, you might have more interest in Anders, social science teacher. Out of all of the science teachers, you're not going to get much better than Anders. Admittedly, the competition for normal is far from great. Being a teacher in the subject of motivating your bullshit answers with bullshit reasoning, he's somewhat of a wuss, being known for threatening to fail students if they do not turn in their projects in time. Although there's not been a single recorded instance of this happening, something some students have started to use to their advantage. His colleague Andreas is also one of the more quaint teachers the school has to offer. He's known in the school not only for packing a mean kick in the annual teacher-student football matches, but also in the school halls, infusing carnage among students and visiting parents alike. Soccer moms beware. Despite his aggressive demeanor and tall stature, coming in at 6'9", he's still been heavily criticized by the least threatening people on the earth, the 6th and 7th graders. Albeit, most of the ridiculing jokes have occurred anonymously online, of course on the greatest source of entertainment, Instagram. One can wonder where all this spite towards one of Kunskapsskolan's hardest working teachers is coming from. And unfortunately, it might have something to do with him being a redhead. And speaking of bigots... AS' attitude somewhat resembles that of the previously mentioned teachers. His lackluster work ethic is the entire reason as to why this project is even allowed to exist.
But abusing AS laziness to get easy A's can be somewhat difficult considering he's never fucking here, and his co-workers actually think he's missed more classes than any of his students combined. There is, however, a dark reason for this absence. The reason for him getting sick all the time is really because he's a very outgoing anti-vaxxer who's chosen not to vaccinate himself, resulting in him missing for great parts of the week. But A just can't keep his beliefs to himself. He also needs to convert other people.
How used to be a hard-working Swedish teacher, but no more, as we can see in this recreation depicting House inauguration into the ranks of the English teachers.
One of Kunskapsskolan's biggest quandaries is that of teachers and their roles within the school. For example, John Kreinen, who was teaching in English, German and French before he was let go by the school. So now the school will have to make do with 4 foreign language teachers. We have Elizabeth, Johan, Fernando, and Fernando.
This area of the school is where those who want to study math go, or if you just want some peace and quiet.
This means that the area is very quiet, and generally the atmosphere there is easy to work in, and the teachers there are willing to help you with whatever school-related assistance you need. Try to avoid.
Kunskapsskolan's own gulag, where the labor is forced upon the poor souls who happen to be situated even in the vicinity of the labor camp. The area is complete with a library filled with a wide arrangement of books, fitting the World War II atmosphere the area has. Moving away from floor 1, we come to the ground floor, which is the first floor but still not floor number 1. On this floor we find
The entrance to the school, the reception, but most importantly the arts and crafts sections of the school, as well as the music hall a bit further away. Naturally, with so many arts and crafts teachers here, there's bound to be some drama. The school's art teacher Esbjörn is one half of the school's most adorable couple.
Despite the school consisting of 3 floors, 1,000 square kilometers each, the closest we have to the gym is this room, which even a sailor smuggling refugees would find a bit cramped. Therefore, when the students have PE, they travel to Rissne. For this trip, they are given 45 minutes of free time, only to have PE class for 50 minutes. Unless it's during the summertime, in which we are given 45 minutes to walk 1 kilometer out to a field. When first attending Kunskapsskolan, you might think that through hard work, dedication and taking responsibility, you will earn the respect of your peers and be rewarded through good grades and the respect of your teachers.
Although this might not be true, there's a skill you'll find far more useful and prevalent, and that's the ability to avoid working at all costs. I mean, after all, you've written an entire 2-page book analysis this month. Go ahead, take some time off, you've deserved it. If you happen to find yourself not wanting to work, you can always do as most other students and rely on the science area, the Switzerland of Kunskapsskolan. In this area, we can find several large enough rooms with several spaces and tables against the wall, letting you have whatever you want on your screen, with the teachers being none the wiser.
However, the teachers might not always share this view, and they set up a rule to prevent crowding around tables. You can sit maximum 4 people per table. This has, to a greater degree, resulted in students flexing their creative capabilities in order to come up with solutions to this problem. Some of the more creative solutions include
bringing your short friends and calling them half a person to be able to sit 5 at a table. Extra effective against Elin. Moving 2 tables together to sit 8 people. Having one friend named Max and another named Per, so you can sit 4 people, Max and Per. Of course, the art of not working at all requires a quick hand and knowledge of how to handle your computer. Basic tips such as Alt-tabbing and Ctrl-W are essential to doing nothing without your teacher suspecting a thing. Of course, some teachers are going to be more strict in this ruling than others. They rule the Swedish with an iron fist and want no students to be able to sit more than 4 at every table. Some teachers you should really avoid are Johanna, Ingeli, Fernando, Andreas, Elin. On the other hand, some teachers seem to find these new rules stupid and pointless. While they are in workshop, you are basically safe from any punishments. How, Björn, Anders, Eje, Elin.
But finding fun things to do can be quite challenging with the school's current internet situation. And with current, I mean what we've had for the last 4 years. What you can do instead is head off to Coop during your school time, and thanks to Kunskapsskolan's lackluster schedule, you won't even be missed. This is what most students have been doing for years, and the store is probably more visited than any of the school's classrooms.
Some of the teachers who have had to take care of the 9th graders for the last 4 years have, understandably, throughout the years decided that they've had enough and quit. One of the most beloved teachers, Putte Kolander, quit as early as after 1 year of taking care of the class 9-3. Luckily, he was replaced by what Fernando looks like using 5% of his power. That, and Ipek and Ming, the school's gym teachers, left us last year. And not to forget, the school's greatest philosopher and social experimenter, Gustav Cosby.